Hello, I'm Jill Marie, and I'm founder of SVH and Serenity Ministries. And the topic of our discussion today is centered on soul purpose alignment. Now, today, each of us has an opportunity. We're going to be able to transform our life from the moments following our conception. And then, those of us with children, you all have the privilege to work hand in hand with the Creator and your own soul using the advanced SVH tools, level 3 tools, and higher advanced tools of SVH to roll back to the conception of each of our little ones. And whatever age they are now, we can enhance the dynamic of their gestation, their birth, and the full life journey by just making a very special heart connection with the spark of our souls, the soul essence of our children. And of course, at that time, just after their conception, what follows from that connection is a lifetime path of just golden streams that are going to help fuel and support their soul purpose. Now, you're really going to love this new interactive SVH process. It's a level 3 process, and its name is Baby's Soul Purpose. And it really is something that can help to change our life. And of course, if you have children, again, it'll change their life, and it'll enrich your life too from the perspective of your guardianship role. I know that many parents have regrets. They have things they wish were said and done. It's natural. But with the application of this new SVH process, your parents and you as a parent as well are going to have the opportunity to kind of meet the ultimate mark of guardianship, and that's achieved through the recognition of their child's life purpose and the support of that destiny, or your child's life purpose and support of that destiny. So, whatever parent wants to look back, they would find this opportunity to be just a tremendous godsend, a chance really to go back and do more for their child. So if you are that child, and what a gift to your parents. And if you are the parent, what an incredible gift you offer your children. It's priceless. This process actually engages your biological mother's soul at your conception. A soul commitment between mother and child is very real in the seeding of any new reality, and it is this really that draws your mother's soul into what we call the pre-existence. It's a way for your mother's soul to connect with a soul that will in due course enter your little baby body in, of course, your mother's womb. We're going to use this to our advantage and help it to support also your connection with your children. And once again, this can be applied with your biological or even adopted children. So this transformational concept, it kind of came to me in several ways. One of them was a burst of this all-encompassing awareness that happened during a meditation where I was immersed in light. I was filled with just so much gratitude, and I was really in wonder of how magnificently Earth is supporting us. And I was doing my gratitude stuff, and I was thanking Earth for the air and for the water and the trees, and I was thanking all of God's creatures, and I was feeling very supported by the Creator and, of course, the angels and all the guardians and masters that we're very blessed to have assisting us right now. And I was tuning in, really in that moment, to my purpose. And I was kind of making claims of my willingness to follow the paths of purpose I planned with the Creator. And then my mind kind of skipped over to the destiny of Siddhartha Gautama, known as Buddha. And I thought about how Buddha's parents, they had their a prior knowledge of the paths of greatness that he was destined to step into. And I wondered, because I thought about how different maybe my life might have been if my parents had known about my purpose. Now, each of us has a purpose in life, and I couldn't help but really in that moment wonder how much sooner I might have awakened in my soul path had my parents and teachers known my destiny of maybe bringing forth the modality of SVH and authoring the Light Thing to Do book series, other elements of my destiny. And I wondered how the mold of child rearing in the 50s and 60s might have changed for me, if, and for them too, if my parents had known my destiny and maybe had allowed their inner guidance, the wisdom from their soul essence, to guide their parenting and to help them to make higher choices to support my evolution to higher consciousness. So as I pondered the paths of Buddha and the stories of his life, I recognized that the destiny of Siddhartha's enlightenment had been foretold, and yet his father, knowing what lay before his son, did all he could really to direct or misdirect or to push his son into a different arena. He was wanting to direct his son to live the life of a prince rather than rise to an elevated stature of a holy man. And so, of course, we all know from the story of Buddha's early life that his father's efforts failed to stop Siddhartha from reaching his enlightenment. This young master's inner voice, drive really to achieve inner perfection, drove him to meet his destiny, no matter what his father did. So that destiny was reached through many hardships that could have been avoided, in my opinion, if Siddhartha's father, Judgment all the way, had accepted the prophecy and had offered his son opportunities for spiritual instruction, personal advancements that supported his destiny. And yet, you have to kind of wonder if Siddhartha became the timeless teacher he did because all parts of the journey of his life led to his enlightenment, or like if he reached heightened states of conscious awareness despite his father's attempts to direct him away from that destiny. I will never know. But regardless of the thwarting events leading to Buddha's ultimate achievement, he did reach his destination of spiritual enlightenment. So, what about you? And if you have children, what about their destiny? Now, not everybody is meant to be a Buddha or to bring in a modality or write books, lead people around the world to sacred sites, and focus on elevating the collective consciousness. But many are destined for these kind of alignments of purpose and more. Many are destined to find cures for diseases, to become TV personalities, healers, leaders, artists, professionals of any kind, moms, dads, faithful friends, any number of callings. And so in amongst all of the, who, what, wheres of all those destinies that we're creating and recreating and designing and redesigning every minute is an even bigger picture. And that is really the ultimate destination that we are all, and our souls are all, hoping that we achieve. And really all sentient beings of Earth are destined to evolve to higher states of conscious awareness. We know that they're destined to claim their divine right of sovereignty, to develop the innate ability to manifest their heart's desires. All of us are... Really, we have the ability to direct creation energy to manifest our dreams already. We've been using the forming elements that spark the creation of everything in our reality all our lives. And now we're able to fine-tune the technique to kind of swiftly make our desires come true faster and even instantaneous in this new energy. Because the evolving world we're living on really supports focused creation energy directed to form the realities we desire. And the base of collective consciousness of Earth is growing constantly. and it's growing to accept and to embrace the possibility of a peaceful and abundant world. So even if those are pretty lofty goals for for many to wrap their brain around right now, I can tell you that the collective mindset of most evolving human beings is open or opening to the idea that we can make our dreams come true. And really it's in that spark of hope that really lights the way for all of us. And we can amp up that light for us and for our children today. And in a matter of minutes, we can speed up the course of what I like to think of as our ever-evolving destiny. I think we should start with ourselves. The SVH Level 3 process, Baby's Soul Purpose, we utilize is calibrated specifically for the person's viewing the SVH authorization screen that I'm going to guide you to use. So it's going to roll back to transform your reality through a new imprinted overlay of a new story of your life that basically begins at conception and continues onward from there to support your destiny and your soul purpose throughout your life. So when you utilize this process for your children, after we take care of us, if you have children, it's going to roll back to imprinted overlay for you also. So one that transforms your guardianship roles that you played to ones that reflect what the Creator imprints as, like, ideally supporting your child's destiny and your child's soul purpose. And there are just so many steps and clearing parameters that activate throughout your life to kind of foster and support the new paradigm once we've activated this process. There's all these bazillions of procedures that are going to be activating through your whole life. I want to explain that when we apply this process for ourselves, we're essentially claiming sovereignty for our life and for our purpose, which really allows us to set the steps in motion. Now, these steps directly influence your biological mother and father through the transformations in your personal story, rather than directly interfacing with them and making them be a certain way, which is manipulation. We are choosing to live a life free of manipulation, and yet we're choosing sovereignty and choosing to step into these higher roles of being. So, some of us, we had missing or maybe emotionally disconnected parents. So we have some parameters in place within the stages that we're setting with the Creator that's going to assure that ultimately each of us walks away from this process, this exercise, with an elevated life reality imprint that reflects the most ideal vision of a doting nuclear family, even if the Creator has to instill holographic representations of a family structure that your biological parents would have provided you if they had been able, and of course if they had known your soul purpose and had fully embraced their role as evolving and evolved masters supporting each of the most ideal life choices. Now, that's, holographic representations. That's for, like, the most dramatic experiences that individuals might have experienced. The regular, folks, mom and dad, family of 4, whatever, these parameters are going to assist you to help shift, of course, yourself, and also that is going to reflect out to all of the people in the family. Now, this dynamic I'm talking about does not negate the journey that you've already experienced, or the roles your parents played that assisted you to reach this place of elevated consciousness that you now enjoy. Like Buddha, you're already here, or on your way to getting here. This process really just offers you a new script for you to work with. And when used for your children, it transforms your reality of the past with clearing parameters, overlays of visions of honor, and support reflected to your biological offspring and even those stepchildren and children you've guardianed. When you change your focus in the past, present, and future, then it clears away genetic and current life formatting that fueled the old realities that perhaps reflect less than unconditional support of the destiny and the sacred path and purpose of you or your children. So it changes the past, and in doing so elevates you, and it elevates everyone around you. That's the way to fix anything, is to fix yourself, and then of course it offers everyone an opportunity to make those shifts for themselves. I could talk about this process for the next 3 hours, or we can just implement it and move through the stages while I tell you about it. Why don't I just go ahead and start guiding you through this procedure? But first, I need to show you the SVH authorization screen so that you can give the Creator permission to activate the steps of this process, and then it can begin. So if you're right now like listening and driving your car or not in a place where you can close your eyes and move into the procedure, just listen along. You can do the steps later. Your time capsule will be waiting for you. For those of you that are ready, though, go ahead and close your eyes. And imagine a big movie screen floating before you. Now on that screen is the SVH Level 3 process, Baby's Soul Purpose. So go ahead and just silently ask the Creator if it's in the highest alignment for the Creator to implement the parameters of this process for you. Now just tune in to hear and sense or feel the Creator's affirmative answer. When you have it, you just think the word yes, and then just kind of sit back and relax your whole body. Now as you relax your mind and body, feel Archangel Michael taking your hand. You feel that? Now as if you're light as a soap bubble or a feather, the two of you are just going to float backward in time to the moments of your conception. And you're going to witness the spark of light that ignites the egg and the beginning of your life story that's begun. Now you can just see it, imagine it, pretend to see it. You don't have to see a thing. It could be pitch black. Now just like wind blowing on a feather, a spark of the essence of your biological mother's soul is going to just wisp and flow into the place where all soul essence is blended in a sacred union of light, and you and Archangel Michael are just going to, like floating on that same feather, you're going to travel through that gateway of light into that place where all the soul essence is in that beautiful sacred union of light. Now the spark of your essence of soul is in that big conglomeration of union, but it's drawing over to where your consciousness and Michael and your mother's soul is waiting. Now the two souls of your mother and your soul essence, they're meeting right now. They're making kind of a neat connection. And it's an incredible reunion of spirit, really, as your soul essence offers your mother's soul a full vision of the life purpose hoped for you for this life. And you can join them. Just direct your consciousness into the blending of the two souls. And of course, as you blend your consciousness with the essence of them, just draw the vision of your soul purpose into your heart of hearts. It's all being talked about in this energy blending. It's all being brought to light. Your purpose. And so just soak some of it in, right into that heart of hearts, and just hold it there. And feel the lightness and the sweetness of your purpose. And know that you're the one that defines your destiny in this life, and the soul is going to assist you every step of the way to achieve it. You can just feel that incredible commitment. Your soul has a vision also. Of course, a vision of you elevating to highest states of conscious awareness and meeting your destiny. And of course, even now, before it enters your little baby body, it's committing to you for now and always. It's devoted. It's dedicated to help you achieve any goal you desire. Your soul's not a bully. It is your cheerleader. And you are so honored, and your soul essence is so honored beyond all measure to be given the opportunity to support your sacred path and your purpose, and to help you to gracefully experience any reality that you choose. Now, you might take this moment right now to thank your soul essence in advance. It hasn't even entered your little baby body, but you can thank your soul essence in advance, showing your gratitude for the service it'll soon provide. Thank you. And of course, you've stored a record of your soul purpose in your heart of hearts from your blending with your soul, and it's going to remain in your heart all your life. It's timeless. And of course, now you and Archangel Michael, you'll just draw your consciousness back to the present, just like floating on that feather or a soap bubble. And now just sit back. Take a breath and feel the waves of transformation that are shifting your stories of the past. Your new story is a collaboration of the Creator and your higher consciousness and soul. And of course, that's where SVH shines, of course, is it anything that can be reformatted in the past, of course, reflects as a domino effect forward in your life, transforming every moment that follows that shift in consciousness or that shift in a program or belief being reformatted. So through the SVH process parameters, there's going to be a bubble of light. Let's just call it a bubble of light, reflecting your soul purpose to you and outward. And it has really encased your physical and energy bodies way back at your conception moments, and this has been maintained by your higher consciousness and soul onward throughout the life. So that bubble of light is a constant. It's been there forever. It's going to be there for the whole rest of your life, and it is reflecting your full soul purpose and a vision of you being unconditionally supported by all of the guardians in your life. Now, this soul purpose is being radiated inward to you. It is showing this to you 24/7, and it's radiating it out to your family of origin, to the guardians in your life. And of course, the comprehensive clearing profiles have and will continue to activate through your life to mop up energies, imprints from experiences and interactions with your parents and guardians that maybe refute or are in opposition to the story the Creator and your higher consciousness and soul instilled into your bubble. So these clearing profiles, they're helping you to release energy that's associated with the old stories. They're helping you to settle into this really sweet energy stream that allows you to see your parents and your guardians as masters on their path, living their life as they define it. And of course, very much influenced in the past by the neutrality you project and your reformatting that has has freed you from imprints of lesser energies that in the new past that's reflected in your what they call the chronicle of your life. This is what allows your parents and your guardians an opportunity to make higher choices in regards to your life mentoring because of your new freedom from that formatting that previously, it allowed your, or maybe even accepted, lesser behaviors. And so this is a continuation, it's a continual process. SVH just keeps peeling off layer after layer after layer of this energy as it flows through. And each time it peels off a layer, it allows you in the past and in the present and the future to reflect a new part of that story that matches better that beautiful bubble that the Creator and your higher consciousness and soul created for you. So go ahead and just continue to breathe and to feel the shifts in your physical and energy bodies. It feels lighter. It feels like you're more buoyant. My body feels kind of a little more rubbery. Like when we were kids, we were made out of rubber. It feels lighter. And of course, when you're ready, we can activate the same process for your children if you have children or individuals that you guardian. This SVH level 3 process is something that level 3 practitioners above, even if they don't have children, will be able, of course, to apply for individuals that they work with in their practice. So please, level 3 practitioners above, please continue to listen even if you don't have children, because you can be ready as a practitioner to implement this process for others in your healing ministry. It'll also give those of you that don't have children an idea of what this is like so that you can recommend it for people that do have children. Continue to listen on. It's going to be well worth it. Now, it doesn't matter if the children that you apply this with are your biological children, because the overlay is reflected from your physical and energy bodies. And you are allowed to connect with the souls of those you guardian. Really, in life, we connect with the soul essence of everyone we come in contact with. Everybody. So it's not like we're overstepping any bounds. We're already connecting with everyone. So this is no different than, just meeting someone at the grocery store or making someone's breakfast. We are connecting with their soul essence. So our goal right now in activating this process to support our children is to enhance our behavior and, of course, our unconditional support of their destiny and their soul purpose. And for that reason, when you view the screen this time, if you have children that you're going to be activating this process to interface with, you are viewing the authorization screen for yourself again. Only the bubble that you're activating in the past, present, and future is going to be dedicated to reflecting that image to, the children that you are of any age that you are, guardianing in the past or in now, and you'll be able to implement this to support them. So if you're ready, we'll go ahead. And those of you that are going to be implementing this, just pick one child, do one at a time. Close your eyes. And again, just imagine that big movie screen floating before you. And on that screen is the level 3 process, baby's soul purpose. And of course, all you need to do is right now just mentally insert the name of the child that you're choosing to elevate your support of. And then as soon as you put their name in, you just think it on. Now just silently ask the Creator, like you did before, if it's in the highest alignment for the Creator to implement the parameters of this process for you. And then again, you just tune in to hear, sense, or feel the Creator's affirmative answer. And when you have it, you just think the word yes. And again, you just relax your body, sit back, and your mind and body is just, very comfortable. And again, you feel Archangel Michael taking your hand. And just as before, your consciousness and Michael float you backward in time. Your consciousness is floating back in time to the moments of that child's conception. Now you're going to witness the spark of light that ignites the egg, and of course it's kind of like a simulation on a screen. And the beginning of course, his or her, whatever the child's gender, his or her life story begins. Now, if this is your child, a spark of your essence of soul follows you. And Archangel Michael is going along with you as you travel through that gateway of light to the place where all soul essence is blended. Now, if you're not the biological mother or father, your consciousness and Michael are going to follow the biological mother's spark of soul essence, and it just travels to meet the soul of your ward, the one that you guardian, and you're just following the biological mother's essence. Now, the spark of the child's essence of soul automatically draws over to your consciousness, and Michael, if this is your biological child, it's drawing over to where your soul is waiting to join with your child's soul essence. Now, if you're the biological father of the child or a guardian of it, just move into that union. Just wiggle your way into that immersion of energy and imprint. Go ahead like you did before. Open up your heart and imprint the full vision of that child's life purpose. And just feel and direct your consciousness as it's blending with the soul of the biological mother and the child's soul. Now, draw the vision again of that child's soul purpose into your heart of hearts, and just hold it there. And feel your commitment to that child, and really just let it be known. Let it be known. And when you're ready, you can let your consciousness drift you back. It'll just drift you back to present time. And you know that the Creator and your higher consciousness and soul have always and always will support you in your unconditional support of this child. The same SVH clearing and overlay parameters are in place, and of course you have reflected and will continue to reflect the clear, focused purpose of the child's soul for his or her life. And it's just an incredible gift. Now, if you have a biological child or a child that you've guardianed, just kind of, and you've done this exercise, just kind of energetically move into that, in that space of awareness where you've imprinted their soul essence of focus and purpose. Just feel that. It's an incredible awareness. It's really quite beautiful. I'm going to be making a process like this for our animal buddies, and so it's going to have to be a little bit different, but because individuated souls enter an animal's body differently, so that's going to be something that we'll be adding to the animal healing course. I'm going to be working on that very soon. To implement additional applications of processes, if you have several children or several children you've guardian, you'll need to either contact an SVH Level 3 practitioner to load the SVH Level 3 process-based soul purpose for each child, or if you're a Level 3 practitioner, you can do it for yourself, or you can just replay this recording, and each time you come to this part, you just insert the name of each child. This SVH process activates a lot of parameters, and so it's necessary for the process to be activated in order for the steps to be implemented. So, For instance, I have 2 children, so I would need to load the process for one, complete the steps, and then I need to repeat the screen viewing procedure for the second child and activate and then apply all of the steps again. For this procedure to be real, to be life transforming as it is, it needs to begin by you viewing an authorization screen with the process loaded onto the screen. So the exercise will only be a guided visualization exercise, which would be lovely. But, if the SVH Level 3 process baby's sole purpose is not loaded onto the screen by a certified Level 3 practitioner or above, or you're listening to this recording, which has it all set up with the creator, that a time capsule is prepared for you for each time that you ever want to do this, it really will just be a guided visualization. So I really, want to stress that so that you don't have a disappointment. I also recommend that you implement, if you haven't done so already, the SVH Balanced Baby guided interactive process that's complementary to this soul purpose process. You can access this recording in the free podcast section of my website at SerenityVibrationHealing.com or on my YouTube channel, Jill Marie SVH. If you haven't yet implemented Balanced Baby, you're really going to love the balance and stream of peaceful focus overlaid in the past and carried into the future. And it's kind of like the next stage to follow after this procedure for the soul purpose. There's also a new project that's beginning soon. It's a 3-part New World seminar series on developing your abilities to hear, sense, and feel the incorruptible guidance of the soul. So in this 3-part series that's coming, we'll just come together the first Saturday of every month for 3 months. It'll begin January 4th. The goal of this teleclass, that particular one, is to enhance your innate abilities. And our focus is going to be tuning into inner guidance, learning to trust what you receive, amplify your clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance. And of course, in this transformational time, it's really imperative for all of us to get our information and claim our realm. It's wonderful to go to somebody else and get our information, corroborated. But, there's many teachers and healers and support teams available to offer guidance and really to help us reach our highest mark of excellence. And they really are priceless gifts to our life. But, as an evolving master, our inner guidance is the inner core of truth that we really ultimately follow. And so it's important for us to be able to discern clearly which teachers, mentors, and tools are the clearest and really that offer the most value to our easy, graceful, and abundant evolution to higher consciousness. It's not a free ride. There's going to be practice in this class, daily homework to strengthen your innate abilities to receive, to recognize, to trust the inner guidance that your higher consciousness and soul are really longing for. So just kind of keep watch on the front page of SerenityVibrationHealing.com for your opportunity to register for this really fabulous 3-part seminar, and it's going to be life-changing. I just am really excited. I want to thank you for taking part in this life-transforming interactive process of, of just aligning with our soul purpose, aligning with the soul purpose of those that we've guardianed and our children. I just have so many favorites, but I think this new process is more than just the flavor of the month, and one that I know can help change the world one child at a time. Really, we're children of all ages, no matter what our age is, and our life purpose is extraordinary. We're living in a time of great change, and the more we do to open our hearts to the sacred path and the purpose that we plan with the Creator, the more grace, the more ease and harmony that we can create in our life and project out to support the world. It's really been my honor and my pleasure to introduce this nugget of gold that is going to help to balance our life paths. And it really will be incredible as an assist to help us to open up that same sweetness for those that we love. I thank you, and until next time, I bid you namaste.